YouTube, y'all, we coming with the B movie from Ken's perspective. Is tragically hilarious. Listen, bro, I just recently rewatched this movie, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. They did my man's terrible. Like, if you really just watch the movie and like really be like serious for a little bit, just a little bit. Like how a B took my girl. Like, just imagine, like you planning on getting married to Shawty, right? A B come in your house, take your girl, and she calling you crazy and kicking you out. Bro, ain't no way. Yo, that might be a valid. That might be my 13th reason. I ain't gonna lie. That might be the last one. Like that'll even make that. Actually, it would be so many reasons that it wouldn't even have to be the final. Like that's like 10 reasons right there. Like there's no explaining that. Like, how do you explain it to the homies? Yeah, a B taking my girl. Like how do you explain that? Let's go ahead and get some video to local new people, new subscribers.
The B movie is probably one of the strangest movies ever made,
right,
with its questionable messaging being that if you try to take back from the evil corporations in the world will end. So it's better to just let yourself be exploited so the world can keep on turning, I guess. But if you shift the perspective from the main character of the story, and instead focus on the secondary villain, it becomes a story about watching your girlfriend get seduced by a bee that nearly destroys the world. But to understand this, let me just put you in his shoes. So imagine that you are Ken something, a normal, regular human in a normal, regular world. You love tennis and yoga, two things that you like to do with your girlfriend, Vanessa. You also have a multitude of special skills, and you kind of have a bit of a competitive streak. But hey, that's just who you are. One day, though, you're playing tennis with Vanessa, and you're absolutely smoking her. Just as you get to match point, you hear a cough, and you get thrown off your game. And, well, that was just weird, wasn't it? Anyway, the weather takes a turn for the worse, so you and your friends head back to Vanessa's, which is probably the most aggressively 2000s thing about this movie, that a single person can afford a flat like this in New York City without needing to share. But that's just normal. But what isn't normal is your new resume. A fold-out brochure that you are super proud of. You want to show to all your friends because it is an innovation in of itself.
Even my top 10 favorite movies. What's your number one? Star Wars? Nah, not go for that.
Maybe after all these years you could finally get a job. I mean, every time you have a wonderful interview and...
When I walk out of a job interview, they're flabbergasted. They can't believe the things I say.
Clearly, they just can't handle how magnificent you are. And I mean, you are literally the guy that...
I predicted global warming. I can feel it getting hotter.
These scientists speak down. All they need to do is listen.
Just
as your friend is about to munch on his Cool Ranch flavored Doritos with guacamole dip, you see he's about to eat a bee. Of course, you and your friends are civilized creatures, so your immediate reaction is to kill the f***ing thing instantly, and there's only one way that you can do that.
Winter boots.
He got the Timbs. I forgot he got the Timbs. I think he got the Timbs, bro.
In the day and kill the bee, Vanessa comes in and stops you, and I mean, like, that's weird, right? You're allergic to bees. She knows this, so it's either his life or yours. But okay, she thinks that a bee's life is worth the same as yours? Is that what she's implying, that you are the same worth as a literal insect? Well, she really doesn't think that highly of you, does she? No. Oh, but apparently it's because she thinks all life has value, does it? Well, that's a normal sentiment, but she didn't have to rip up your brochure, May. And yes, that is all.
I didn't even know she did that. Oh, Shawty did not fuck with you at all. Like, imagine, like, you worked hard on that, and Shawty, and, like, your girl just ripped the whole paper? See, what it was, he was the bitch. Like, I'm raising hell, because, bro, what the like, what in your right mind possessed you to do that?
The word that you just invented, because why the hell not? And I mean, if you weren't just simmering over the fact that she just ripped up your brochure, mate, you would have seen her give the bee the bedroom eyes. Anyway, to make sure that your masculinity stays intact, you tell your friends. You weren't scared. You just didn't want a puffy face.
Bye, Vanessa.
Vanessa next week, yoga night.
Yeah, sure, Ken. You know, whatever.
She kicks you out. Straight up. Gets rid of you. No, whatever. So you go do your stuff. And I mean, it's very unclear what you actually do that isn't tennis and job hunting and yoga. So a week goes by, and you go to Vanessa's shop to have yogurt night.
You attack at the point of weakness.
But it was my grandmother, Ken.
And I mean, Vanessa just does not understand. You're a winner. Doesn't matter if they're 18 or 80. You're going to take advantage of any weakness they have and crush them.
Maybe one.
Honey, her backhand's a joke. I'm not gonna take advantage of that.
But that's when a bee says it's working. Like a talking bee, the same bee from before. And Vanessa is treating this like it's the most normal thing in the world. Oh god, hang on, not only does the bee talk, but she wants to help him soothe the human race? Like, excuse me?
I would automatically assume that Shawty took the craziest drugs imaginable. And then I would think that it's like contagious or something like that. It's in the air. Because why am I seeing a bee just talk to me, first of all? And why is you having a conversation with the bee? And what the is happening? Is the bees finna sue us for what? Like, what?
Huh? And then she escorts you out of the shop. She wants to sacrifice yogurt night for a bee.
Oh, why is yogurt night so difficult?
So you walk home. Doesn't really seem like she cares about you all that much when you think about it. It's like she's just using you for your body and discards you the morning after, or when she has no use for you. And all you want to do is have a cute yogurt night and watch shit movies. It's a shame. All women think about is sex. But then one day you're strolling along and catch a TV on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
You don't really watch the
Why
news
is his
unless
head
it's something
made
to do
like
with
that?
order
What the-
because you think it's kind of cringe. But then you see that the bee is in the courtroom and they are actually suing the human race. But what you don't understand is why Vanessa is on the lawyer table with them, whatever that thing is called, I don't know. And not
She ain't too deep.
with the audience. Huh? She's not a lawyer, she's a goddamn florist. Why is she there? But anyway, it's still...
She defended her
she's still
man, bro.
supporting this beat, and that's something going on, isn't it? And you
Yeah,
can
like-
smell it. And then they had the audacity to sue Sting for his name because it's offensive to them. Like, what? Like, okay, sure, why not? So you decide to go to Vanessa and get caught up in traffic. You were a bit late, but that's okay. She's probably waiting for you. But that's when you walk in at the two of them cheersing over a candlelit dinner and roses.
See, this is a reasonable reason to crash out. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if any man was to walk in and this girl like having a drink with a roach, a bee, whatever you want to call it, roly poly, crash out, twin, every time. I don't blame you. Hey, crash out, bro. Crash out. I don't even blame you, bro. Cause me right here, bro, I don't even know what to do. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, what do you do in a situation like this?
Like, what the fuck?
I want all this to go to waste, so I called Barry. Luckily, he
You
was
called a bee before me.
free.
Uh-huh. You just happened to call the guy that you've been with for the last few days in the courtroom, and he just happened to be free. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, she is really giving him the bedroom lies. And, like, what's next? Romantic flyovers? A honeymoon? You know what's going on here.
Nah,
This boy's trying to steal your girlfriend. And, like,
that's
this
kinda
is the
hard.
bee that's
I
trying
like
to steal
that.
your race.
A
This bee
honeymoon?
is ruining your life.
So, I hear you're quite a tennis player. I'm not much for the game myself. I find a ball a little grabby.
So then they have the audacity to say that eating with chopsticks is not a special skill. Like, come on, man, eating with chopsticks is hard.
I let Barry borrow your razor for his buzz. I hope that was all right.
Oh, she hated. The more that I'm realizing, Shawty was really a hate. You let him use my razor. Like, just think about this. Like, think about this, y'all. Like, your girl let another man use your razor, and she having dinner night with him, and she know that you allergic to him. Like, she don't give a damn. Like, she know that it could be deadly to you, and she just treating it like it's like a. But some of your biggest odds be the person that you're in a relationship with. No lie.
And you just cannot have that. And Vanessa had let it slip a few days ago that the bee's weakness is Italian Vogue. And luckily, Vanessa had that lying around after finding that fact out. So you try to run a little cheeky 1v1 with a little turd, but it barely goes the way that you're expecting.
Something stinks in here!
I love the smell of flowers.
Turns out a bee is pretty nimble when you're trying to set it on fire, but then you fall into the shower and you get a genius idea. Bees hate water, so you spray the little bastard and it falls in the toilet.
Well. A royal flush!
But then it learns
talk
to
too much.
surf and
I would-
foul and splashes you in the face with water. Like, bear in mind that together those things barely displace water, so how they manage to produce that level of a splash, you don't know. But now you have to question everything. A few days ago, the world was normal. You were showing Vanessa how great you are at tennis by ruthlessly destroying her mum. And now there's a talking bee taking your girlfriend and suing your species. And, I mean, at this point you have to question whether or not, like, there's some kind of psychosis going on in the world. How is this normal? How are people just
Yeah,
accepting a
everybody
bee
just like that.
sue the human
Going
race?
with it.
What?
Dirty yellow ring!
But that's when Vanessa comes in to save the bee, and she is taking his side, apparently. That's ridiculous. It's a bee. You are her boyfriend.
Time? What are you talking about? Are there other bugs in your life?
No.
So you storm out, but not before you want to get your last word in.
I prefer sugar-free, artificial sweeteners made by man!
Yeah, they might give you cancer.
Bruh,
Yeah, they could
his
be worse for you
voice-
than
Bro, his voice is perfect, bro, his voice is literally perfect. Nick said, made by man.
sugar. But hey, artificial sweeteners, they're the nuts.
What the-
No wonder they're in just about everything. But you continue to watch the trial. You turn into a bit of a hate watcher. You watch this bee really doing its best to destroy everything. And they win from a literal smoking gun. Right. And I mean, it was close, all things considered, especially when the human lawyer got stung by one of the bee people, but they still won. Well, whatever, I guess. You didn't really like honey all that much anyway,
Bro, that's
so...
hilarious, bro.
Take him out.
I'll take him out.
But then, time passes, and the flowers, they start to die, and you sort of revel in that fact, because that bee took away Vanessa's livelihood. She definitely chose wrong. She could have had you and Yogurt Night, but now she gets bees and dead flowers. And I mean, like, what do they even talk about? Nectar? Pollination techniques? How does that even work? How
Hey,
does
bro.
the sex work? Does she use him like a bullet vibrator?
Bro. I go, what? Bro, it's getting too. Hey, you getting too deep. Hey, come back to reality, bro. Hey, you're getting too deep. I probably the stinger, maybe. Hey, bro, all stingers don't come in the same shapes and forms, bro. Who knows?
How do they avoid... Oh, you know what? You don't want to think about that because that's not something you want to imagine. But then it gets worse. The flowers keep dying, and it looks like a world without bees is actually going to fall in on itself. But isn't this just like honeybees? Isn't there like a million of other species that also pollinate, like butterflies,
Sure.
hummingbirds, as well as a shitload of other insects? And the world is going to die because one species said they didn't want to do it anymore? Oh, sure. I guess. Why not, right? So then you hear about the last ever flower show on the news, and I mean, well, that's just peachy, ain't it? The world is actually ending because your girlfriend caught feelings for a bee. How do you explain to someone that she literally chose somebody with a shorter expiry date?
Like, do you say she cheated, or do you just be like, bro? Like, I feel like validly, you should just paint her as the worst person ever. Like, genuinely, like that's the only time I give somebody permission to just paint them the worst person ever. Because what the you mean to tell me you cheat on me with a bee? I can't tell nobody that. I gotta tell them that you did some diabolical shit, like some crazy. I don't even know what, like something so crazy that it would be hard for me to even believe crazy. Like,
Then a yogurt. But then you hear that the bees took the pollen from the flower show and pollinated the world. And I mean, this wasn't like a gradual thing. This was like some basically instant magical bee shit or something. And then, literally, they all turn back to normal the same day. And you walk past Vanessa's shop
What?
and you see the bee in there. He ruined your life. He almost ruined the planet. He nearly destroyed her job.
Vanessa and Barry, Jesus.
And he got the girl in the end, and the cherry on top. The bees live a couple months, so she's going to end up alone probably in a week or two. running a shop that almost didn't exist because of that bug. Well, I guess that's just to serve, I guess. Anyway, Vanessa, enjoy your bee lover. Meanwhile, you'll be thriving with your yogurt, your tennis racket, and, well, who are you kidding? You're going to be crying into your Chobani watching the Wimbledon highlights next week. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing.
Hey, shout out to you, bro. W video. Hey, if y'all enjoyed the video, make sure you go over to his channel. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe over there, and let him know that I told you to go subscribe. I love y'all. Give me y'all thoughts and opinions down below, and I'll see y'all next video. We out.